Tara Collette. I am a glass and textiles artist based at Islington Mill, where I've been for the past 5 years. The banner which I have on display at home was inspired by the lyrics of Mike Skinner. I feel with my banners for the past few years there's been quite a lot of either political or a lot of social issues on the banner, so I think with this one I really wanted something that was relatable for people and humorous. I wanted people to just look at it and be like, ha, which is kind of funny actually, because I sometimes don't relate to the stuff that I put on, but I know that other people can and will find it funny in that way. So yeah, that's where I was going with that one. I had no idea that I was selected for the exhibition. I didn't get the email and all my friends were, and I was like, oh, maybe my work didn't get in, and I was celebrating with all my friends, they all got in and I was buzzing for them, and I just didn't get the email, so I didn't know that I was in. And then yeah, it was a few weeks later I found out that I was in as well, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I made this piece specifically for the exhibition, so it was a brand new piece that I was really excited to share. When people see my work in the exhibition, I hope they find it funny and relatable and get quite excited about it. I know a lot of people have been taking pictures and tagging me and just sort of having a laugh, which is really nice. But I keep telling everyone I'm not the brains behind the lyrics like Mike Skinner is. I'm just the facilitator in this. I'm not the funny one.
My name's Colin Cole. I'm 18 and I'm from Manchester. So I like to focus on twilight cityscapes of Manchester. Normally of the buildings I feel like are considered the less well-known ones. So this one in the back is of the Premier Inn in Manchester, which obviously isn't the most popular building in the city. And yeah, it's just something, I like to focus on the areas some people consider to be mundane. I think it's nice to make something nice from that. So I was really excited. I wasn't expecting to get into the open exhibition anyway. And then when I got that email, I was over the moon. My mum and dad were as well, and then when I found out I got shortlisted, it was even better. So it's amazing to have been shortlisted. I feel really honoured.
My name is Tara Leach. I'm a documentary birth photographer based here in Manchester, and I've been doing birth photography for about 6 years now. So the process of taking the photograph when I document births it is very much documentary photography. So I'm very much a fly on the wall, and I always tell the parents, if you forget that I'm there, then I'm doing my job. When I found out that the work was accepted, it was really nice. It was a really calm moment where I was like, oh my goodness, it's a really nice feeling, and the way people have responded to it already has been really nice as well. I love that I can show it. I really do. I love that I can actually show it to people.
Yeah, my name is Tito Sagara. I relocated from London to Oldham to Manchester, where I'm finally based now. And on doing some research about where I live in Oldham, I realized that the place is being, has a historical background for coal and cotton. And as in the process of going around, I stumbled out Huddersfield Road, which I've made in my painting, and it's not a straight road, but the curves just suggest the history which Oldham is now. I'm so delighted that I really want to see my art outside there, not really as an introvert, but to see the art as an extrovert, so that people will see, will hear from my own point of view, my own story about life and my journey generally. So big thanks to Manchester Open 2020 to the Home for selecting my work to be part of this exhibition. I'm so delighted. Thank you very much.
So I'm Laura Nathan and I live in Urmston, and I'm a textiles artist, and I made my work during lockdown. So at night, after a whole day of homeschooling and just not being able to go out, it was really nice to just sit and embroider. So I heavily embroidered into the piece using hand stitch and paper, and just kept going every night until the whole piece was finished and there was no space left. So my daughter was also working on her art during lockdown. So we just have a table full of art materials, and she'd just come and sit down and just had layers of stickers and stamps and paint. And by the end of it, she decided it was a piece all about animals. So yeah, It felt amazing that we were both exhibiting, because I've exhibited quite a bit before with my own work, but I never thought I'd exhibit alongside my daughter, who was 3, and just to see our work together and seeing how proud she was brilliant.
Nathan James Clapham. A group I go to my life every single Wednesday and Thursday. We have a like art teacher come in called Tracy Turner. She comes in to help us all out, and she encouraged me to continue with my drawing. I like structures and architecture and things like that. So, and I picked Manchester because Manchester's got a lot of tall structural buildings. I was sat at my life and they were like, oh, my family think it's great. Me mum, literally, because I was putting our local newspaper, the Warrington Guardian, she went out at 8:30 at night just to buy a copy from the shop. And I was like, Mum, what are you doing that for? She was like, I'm photocopying it and giving it to my friends. So, yeah, they're telling everyone about it.
My name's Tom. I'm originally from Somerset. I moved in Manchester in 2002 to become a nurse. Didn't end up being a nurse, did a year, and then sort of ended up coming back to what I was doing before, which was making things of various sorts, mostly wood. Started doing sort of handyman things and then progressed, and here I am doing woody-based stuff, basically. It's a boat, a Viking boat, one of the small ones that was discovered in a place called Skockstadt in Sweden in about 1950 maybe, or no, possibly earlier, but it was dated from like 900 to like 1000 AD, so it's over 1,000 years old. And it was just a beautiful shape that I happened to come across on the internet while researching other boats, because I've made canoes and things, and it just struck me as what very canoe-like it was. And I thought, oh, that'd be nice to sort of do something that looks a bit like that. But it was the original was quite big, and I thought it's just too impractical. So I thought, well, how tiny can I make it so I could possibly physically get in it and actually it's still be a usable thing, but still look like the original. So I shrunk it down, and then made it basically, and it does work. It's terrifying, but it does work. And I thought, I'll pop it, maybe see if someone wants to see it in the gallery. They did, so it was brilliant. Yeah, I was surprised, pleased, and kind of felt a little bit like a fraud, but seeing it in its place, I think it's in a nice spot, and yeah, it's good.